She called it a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I called it betrayal wrapped in lipstick and lies. While she laughed with a celebrity, I sat in silence staring at the ruins of a marriage she just casually set on fire. My name's Jake Roberts. Nothing special, just a man who believed in loyalty and commitment, in the quiet dignity of showing up for the people you love. I had a steady career, a loving family, and a wife I thought I understood. Then came the night that changed everything. I was seated at a high-end restaurant in San Francisco after closing a crucial meeting, the kind of night that should have felt like a victory. My phone rang. It was Rachel. Her voice came through cheerful, maybe a little too bright, but beneath the surface, I caught the sounds: music, chatter, laughter. "Hey babe, just reminding you I'm in LA for the conference," she said. "We're at a small industry event right now." I leaned forward in my seat. "Where exactly are you?" "At a private party," she said quickly. "It's just networking." But guess who showed up? Chris Knight, the actor. Her tone held a giddy disbelief. Something inside me tightened. "He came over. We talked. He liked me, Jake." I said nothing. "I brought up that thing we used to joke about, the hall pass." Her words dragged like nails across my nerves. "We laughed about that once," I said slowly, trying to stay composed. "Yeah," she continued, "but he's into it, and I think I'm going to say yes." I froze. Time fractured. "What did you just say?" "I mean, he's famous. It's not like this will ever happen again," she said, almost like she was rationalizing it to herself. The blood drained from my face. "You're really doing this?" "It's just one night, Jake. I thought you'd understand." "I don't," I snapped, "and I won't." I hung up before my anger shattered the phone. That night, sleep never came. Her texts kept buzzing through, each one a fresh wound. I knew what they meant. She had done it. She'd gone through with it, and she wanted me to understand. I did in single quotes. The next morning, I called her again. No response. I stared at her last message until the screen blurred. Then I made a decision. I called Jack, an old friend and one of Rachel's business contacts. On the trip, he was there with his wife. If anyone had answers, it was him. He picked up, confused. "Jake, everything okay?" "No, not even close. Jack, I need the truth. What's Rachel doing in LA?" There was a pause, a deep sigh. "I'm sorry, man," he said quietly. "She left the event with Chris Knight last night, alone. That was it." I ended the call, trembling, not with sadness anymore, but resolve. I wouldn't be the fool in her fantasy. Not anymore. When Rachel returned home that evening, I was ready. I had a small camera set up in the corner of the living room. The lights were low. The house was quiet. My chest burned with quiet fury. She stepped inside, smiling, until she saw me. "Jake, what's going on?" I didn't answer right away. Just looked at her like I was seeing her for the first time. "Why?" I asked finally, my voice like cold steel. She blinked. "Why what? Why did you sell out everything we had for one night with someone you'll never see again?" Her expression faltered. She stepped forward. "Jake, don't make this bigger than it was. It was just an experience, a moment, a betrayal." I said flatly. "You said fidelity mattered. You said we mattered." "I didn't think it would hurt you this much," she whispered. "But it did," I snapped. "And now, I don't even know who you are." She reached out for my hand. I stepped back. "It was supposed to be harmless," she said, tears forming. "No, Rachel," I said, my voice cracking but firm. "You don't get to redefine what harmless is." The silence between us stretched, thick with everything broken. "I just thought, if I tried it once." "Don't finish that sentence," I said, "because if you do, I'll never be able to look at you again without seeing him." And maybe that was already true. I sat across from Rachel, and for the first time, saw her without the illusion I'd clung to for years. "That man, he's not just famous," I said. "He's using you, and you're letting him." "This hall pass you mentioned, it's not a pass, it's a cover-up, a convenient excuse for betrayal." Rachel flinched, then looked down. "Jake, you don't understand. I felt invisible for years. You're always working." I needed to feel something that hit like a brick. For a second, the weight of her words landed hard. Had I been so lost in chasing success that I never noticed her slipping away? But then something inside me hardened. "You felt neglected," I said. "So your solution was this. You destroyed our home, our family, and now you want me to understand her." Silence was louder than any apology. Do you even love me? I asked, my voice rising. Because you didn't think about me or the kids when you crawled into his bed. Rachel's tears came, but I was done drowning in them. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them, heard her laugh, remembered the lies. I needed the next morning. I walked into Max's office, a friend and one of the sharpest lawyers I knew. I didn't need comfort. I needed strategy. She cheated with a TV star. I want proof. I want out, and I want it clean, I told him. Max raised an eyebrow, but didn't hesitate. You're not just fighting for peace, Jake. You're fighting for your future. She won't go down quietly. He was right. Rachel wasn't going to surrender the life she destroyed so easily. Answers. I needed a way out. Days later, we were face to face again, this time across a courtroom. Her lawyer came in swinging. You've got no hard evidence, just jealousy and assumptions. I stayed silent, calm. I let Max handle the blade work. He dropped the bomb. A video call. Rachel, laughing with a friend, describing her nights with Chris Knight. His name echoed through the courtroom. Photos, messages, a signed poster to my beautiful R. The silence that followed was louder than any defense. Rachel's face drained of color. She stood up, voice shaking. You can't do this. But the truth was already out. The mask was gone. After the trial, I walked into an empty house. No goodbye. Just the ring in my hand and the weight of a decade crashing down around me. I sent the kids to their grandparents. They didn't need to see what we'd become. Days passed. No calls, no messages, just silence, and yet her face wouldn't leave my mind. One night, the phone rang. Her mother. Jake, Rachel's here. She wants to talk. I hesitated. Was this guilt, damage control, or something real? I needed walked in. She looked broken, eyes red, face pale. Jake, I don't even know where to start. She whispered. I know I've ruined everything. I looked at her, really looked. You want to fix this with words? After everything you've done? She sobbed. I was wrong. I just felt unloved, forgotten. I stayed quiet for a moment, then spoke, calm and clear. No, Rachel, you weren't unloved. You were blind to it. Osier. Betrayal doesn't start in the bed. It starts in the quiet moments when someone decides you no longer matter. I gave her everything, and in return, she gave my place to someone else. But now, I choose peace. I choose truth. I choose freedom. This chapter, it's over. If you love me, why did you do this? Why didn't you speak to me? Why did you go searching for something outside of us to fill whatever was missing inside you? Rachel sat silently for a moment, then wiped her tears, as if trying to piece herself back together. I know, Jake, I know I can't undo what I've done. I felt invisible, unseen, and when Chris gave me attention, it felt like breathing after being underwater for years. I just wanted to feel wanted again. Her voice cracked under the weight of her own guilt, but I'd already heard enough. The pain, the betrayal, the years I'd spent believing we were in this together, it all crashed down, and no amount of regret could glue it back. You say you love me, Rachel, but love doesn't look like this, I said quietly, standing up, my voice flat. You shattered our trust. You didn't just hurt me, you blew a hole through everything we built, our marriage, our family. I'll do anything, she whispered. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose us. But there was no us left. You already lost it. You just didn't notice until it was gone. And with that, I walked out, leaving her in the wreckage she created. Coming home didn't feel like coming home anymore. The walls looked the same, but everything inside them felt hollow. I was surrounded by things we once shared, but now they just echoed memories I could no longer trust. There are no clean words for that kind of heartbreak. But slowly, clarity came. This marriage didn't end today. It died quietly long ago, buried beneath silence, neglect, and choices she made without me. A few days later, I sat in a lawyer's office, watching my future shift with every signature. It was a clear sky outside, oddly peaceful for what should have felt like an ending. Rachel kept calling. I stopped answering. There was nothing left to say. People around me, friends, family, they looked at me differently now, some with pity, some with confusion, but none of them could ever fully grasp what it means to watch the person you love become a stranger. Divorce isn't just the end of a relationship. It's the death of an identity, a forced rebirth. And in that loss, I found something unexpected, not peace, Not yet, but freedom, empty, quiet, but real. And that was enough to take the first step forward.